Everything changes.
Go to start off, Spudsy.
Sure, welcome everybody to the OLS White series. We've got a best of 3 matchup tonight, late in the evening, our midnight matchup here, Midnight Madness, between Nefarious Esports and Focus Who. Both teams are 4-2. Nefarious going to come in here with 8 points on the table, and Focus Who on 10. First band coming out, Gangplank, and then a Thresh band actually going to come out here from the purple side.
A pretty targeted ban with that Thresh going right at Nick. It's his signature champion after all. Gragas being thrown right at mid too easy. He's been spamming that in solo queue. The Udyr ban coming out, interestingly enough. Ross and Kage being a new addition to the Focus 2 roster. It's one of his top picks.
So no glorious flash bear slap this first game as Udyr taken off the meta. But then we also see the Gragas and the Malphite bans as well.
We also see a Zed coming through. Target ban right at Anonymous Liar, one of his signature champions as well. So pretty targeted ban series. It looks like they will take the Nilly first pick, which is Ross and Kage, his bread and butter pick.
Indeed, and way back in Season 4, I mean, that's only going to help Prince way back in Season 4. For any of our viewers that do remember, a lot of course, at the time was Team Olympus Gamers, but a lot of the focus was around protecting this kind of flyer, giving him the pick of mid, the last pick of mid, like he's going to kind of have here, although he is on the purple side. But nonetheless, giving him, a pick order way down towards the bottom of the pick, and now the target band to help him work around that, as he can definitely hard carry. We've seen it before. We saw it in season 4. We saw it in season 5, and I believe they lost in the finals though to Blue Milk, if I remember correctly. But nonetheless,
Olympus Gamers?
Flyer always able to carry the team, and they always want to put the bands and the pick order around him.
Just to go back on that comment, that was in the semifinals. They beat Trauma in the finals, Blue Milk.
Yes. Thank you very much for that clarification.
And we've seen the next to the Italy pick, we can see the Corki and the Nautilus being taken over on the other side. This Corki is, it's a flux pick, but I will say it's probably going to go towards Flyer. He's been playing a lot of it and practicing it religiously since it's been a very good pick as of recent. And then on the other side, being returned with a Poppy pickup. It's probably Dadrock's second best champion behind Nar. We'll have to see what they come here. Looks like they might take the Alistar away from Bite Me. Though this Nautilus could also be for Bite Me. We'll have to see.
Indeed, and if they do take the Alistar away, I wonder, it really leaves open where the Nautilus would go. Corki definitely more than likely for Prince Flyer. I mean, just from when the season started and Korea was on patch, what were they on 5.24 or whatever they were on when they started first week, Corki mid was dominant, and it's been dominant all through the pro play. So it's no surprise to see it picked up so high in the pick order, and more than likely played mid. But we'll see what comes out here from purple side from Focus Who here. We'll have to see. They're delaying the picks. They're talking it over quite well. What do you think they'll go for here?
Looking at the composition so far, they're projecting a Corki mid with a Nautilus top. I'm assuming this rotation they end up picking up their jungler and their support. So I could assume to see either a Braum or Morgana being picked up here, along with maybe some more, maybe not. Looks like it is the Nautilus top though. Looks like they might take up the ADC here to hide the flex pick for the ADC, or for the, no, it's not a flex pick, I'm lying to you, to hide the top lane counter pick. Which is funny because the Poppy's there already in long Italy. Oh, they do switch over to the Lee Sin to give the ADC a counter pick. So I was right the first time.
Yeah, that that Nautilus is for Bite Me, like you did say earlier.
Yeah, the promise. You corrected yourself incorrectly.
Yeah, no, the Nautilus is for Bite Me, as you did say earlier.
Bite Me's support.
Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. So, yes, I did correct myself incorrectly. Yes, thank you. But, no, Braum is going to be his champion, not going, would imagine, into the top lane as always, and going into the Poppy. Twisted Fate being hovered over here, as well as Vayne. I'm not sure if I like the Vayne, but we'll see. Twisted Fate, though, always a strong mid laner, and has been for season 6, and they are going to lock in the Vayne and the Twisted Fate.
In this series, Vayne is the best ADC for both of these players, both XU2 and Sperm. It's going to be a highly contested pick throughout the series, and on the other hand, they did hover it on the other side of Focus Who, so it was a bit of a takeaway. Plus, with the Alistar, they have a rather strong lane.
Indeed, and it's interesting to see that over, like you said, it is going to be a contested pick, but also interesting to see that over to what purple side is going to pick up here. I mean, there are good champions on the table still. Callista, Jhin available. We'll see what Flyer wants here,
or what Sperm wants.
I would.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be for Sperm.
I would think Callista maybe.
Callista wouldn't be a bad pick here either, but that is a Poppy. So Lucian will be the pickup going into this game.
Indeed, and they're going to lock in the Lucian. So it is going to be Lucian at the AD carry, and Prince is going to get that Corki as expected. So we'll see. You've seen the team compositions. Let's see what you like. We'll actually throw up an old straw poll, something we haven't done up for a while. At least I haven't.
I do them every stream.
Yeah, we'll throw up a straw poll. Which composition do you like better coming out here? Focus Who or Nefarious Esports?
Well, coming into this, looking in the compositions wise, looking at Nefarious to start, we'll just kind of break down the team. Top lane, we have the Poppy into a Nautilus. Poppy overall has the better matchup here. Stops Nautilus from connecting the Q. If say if she gets Q'd, by Nautilus, she can just W and it stops Nautilus halfway through. So she takes the first addition of damage, but the auto attack will take longer to be animated. Which gives her our overall advantage in lane, plus she can kill tanks quite well. We'll look at the jungle matchup next. We have a Lee Sin versus a Nidalee. In the current meta, Lee Sin's not as strong, where Nidalee is, a lot stronger since there was a minor nerf to her clearing, but her strength has not faded at all. So overall, I think the Nidalee, as long as she avoids Lee Sin levels 1 through 2, she can easily out-jungle the Lee Sin. Mid lane's probably where our key matchup's going to end up lying, between Prince Flyer and an Anonymous Liar. Twisted Fate versus a Corki. Pretty big lane. Well, it'll probably come down to see if TF can provide the map awareness that he's going to have to put down on the bottom side of the map, where, since we're going down there now, looking at the 2v2, we have a Braum Lucian, which is one of the best lanes out there right now, versus a Vayne Alistar. If they can properly set up a TF coming down bot lane, or even just 5-manning bot lane with the TF, the Poppy teleporting, and the Nidalee, they're going to have extremely potent bot lane. So basically, with the strength of Bite Me and Sperm's bot lane, I think that they just need to try and put a lot of pressure down early, and then after post 6, they need to try and play a bit safer. That's my breakdown.
Well, I think you covered it all there. For me, the one key matchup to highlight, a lot of the Twitch is saying, MJ30,000 is saying the idea is to win during mid game with a double AD carry composition here in terms of the purple side with the Corki and the Lucian. But for me, the key matchup I think is going to be what you pointed out earlier, and that's Nidalee versus Lee Sin here, because Lee Sin's just such a versatile jungler. Not that Nidalee isn't, but the ability to counter jungle is huge, and good Lee Sins are very good at harassing and taking away, stealing camps here and there from their opponent. So I think definitely that matchup between the Lee Sin and the Nidalee is going to be one probably that I think is going to get a lot of attention and can help turn the tide in this game.
Alright, good words coming out from my boy Spudsy, but we will see you guys soon. Looks like we'll talk about the straw poll once we get in the loading screen or so. Looks like Nefarious I'll just say that real quick. Looks like Nefarious taking ahead by 7 votes. 3 people saying this is a bit too late for stream. I'm assuming Spudsy logged in 3 times for that. And we still got the faith of one person coming in through Tokusu, which I'm assuming is Drapple. But yeah, we're gonna fade to music. We'll see you guys soon.
can't milk those. You can't milk those.
Alright, we are back. This is game one between Nefarious Esports and Focus 2. On the blue side, we have Nefarious Esports. In the top lane, we have Dadrock on Poppy. In the jungle, we have mid 2 Easy for some odd reason on Nidalee. In the mid lane, we have Anonymous Liar on Twisted Fate. And in the bot lane, we have XU2 on Vayne and Nicolac on Alistar.
And on the purple side, it's going to be Nefarious Esports. I'm sorry, on the purple side, it's going to be Focus Who. And the top lane is going to be Balvin. He's on Nautilus. In the jungle, it's going to be Ras and Cage on the Lee Sin. In mid lane, Prince Flyer, the very well-known Prince Flyer on Corki. 80 carry Sperm on the Lucian. And in the bot lane, supporting him, Balvin on Nautilus. Here we go. Early engage. We'll see only a red card. Bite Me's Flash is gone. Or was that a gold card that popped out right there at the end? Very much so, yeah. And it's going to burn Bite Me's Flash, but they're gonna pull out of this.
Minions have spawned.
And just one flash and for a face check. I mean, that could have gone a lot smoother. But good read of Bite Me to at least cue the bush before face checking it and dying.
You can't milk those.
But could have been
So
avoided
just
overall.
the flash. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, certainly. So
Yeah. So we are seeing the trap start coming out of the Nidalee, so we will have standard lanes coming out.
indeed, and just interestingly enough, the Gromp start for Lee Sin very standard nowadays. Of course, me and my low elo playing myself, you would think that Lee Sin would start on the red side of the map. Not the case here with these with the OLS Gold and White, the upper elo players here. So we see U2 and U2 just trade a little bit of poke down there with Sperm.
Oh, just another. Being very aggressive with his Vayne early on, the tumbler. So, we gotta say, how about that PAX TF?
I'm sorry?
How about that PAX TF?
Not a big fan of PAX or the PAX skin, but
Really?
we do have to say, we have to report Balvin because he's the only player playing without a skin right now.
Wow, such reports. Everybody in the game, plus himself, gotta report him.
Indeed, 9 reports, all right now. In fact, I'm so compelled to fill out a report on the website, but nonetheless, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Twitch. By the way, it's hashtag NESWin or hashtag FlyerWin.
An ES? An FE.
Indeed, and we see early on his lineup to CS here. Nothing too disparaging. Of course, it's early days yet, just 3:15 into this match, but nonetheless, both teams doing very well with the early 2 to 3 minion waves here.
So far, we have pretty standard lanes. CS difference is a bit of a CS lead being built up in the mid lane. But other than that, everybody else is staying relatively even. Oh, I have a Lee Sin and a Braum mixed up here. That makes more sense. Yep, junglers are on par now that, you know, it's not Braum versus Nidalee on the scoreboard.
Indeed, everybody on par, and we'll see where this goes because it looks like Nidalee and Lee Sin are about to find each other by the tri-bush in the jungle. Looks like just might have been a little. Did they plant a ward down there as a little bit of poke goes down in the bottom lane on Sperm by XU2 there. Very aggressive on the Vayne, like you did say earlier, and I think can afford to be so with that Alistar protecting him.
Yeah, good protection coming in, lots of harass trading back and forth. No, neither ADC has popped their pods yet, but a bit of a CS lead being built up here by XU2 now. We'll see what that can amount to, since it looks like the wave is just crashing and Lucian's going to end up picking up some more here. This is a rather massive wave. But going back to the top lane, just kind of see they're just going to trying to push Dadrock trying to push this wave in a bit against the Nautilus, trying to make him have a hard time trying to farm under tower.
Indeed, and looking here in the mid lane, Prince Flyer going to go in against Anonymous, who's going to be poked down a little bit low. Nidalee's coming in for the gank. Prince is going to be able to A Valkyrie away very quickly. That Nidalee there, she did plant a ward deep within the zone, right by the bush between the two towers there, as both junglers who started literally went right parallel the river and cleared everything in their camps. The only difference was the top side scuttle crab taken by the Nidalee. So Lee Sin now dipping in to try and counter jungle himself, looking to go for either red or Gromp, or maybe catch this Nidalee out in the jungle.
Could potentially, so he's trying to catch him out, but he does just jump over the wall, or at least ends up taking the camp away from the Nidalee, but he gets out safe. Oh, lots of damage coming in through onto the Nautilus. Poppy being able to just beat him down a bit, gets the grass proc, and just backs off.
Indeed, having to pop that shield, that'll be a back for the Nautilus. The teleport is up. We'll see if he uses it coming back in the lane. We'll hand TP advantage to Dadrock for the time being. That's if he chooses to. And nothing else really too much going on, to be honest with you. Very standard, very passive lanes, aside from the poke going down.
Yeah, with the top lane, with how the wave is pushing, Nautilus should be able to walk back fine, but Nidalee is prepping for him to come back, maybe to try and push him back to the lane and some more.
Indeed, and honestly, it would have been a good time. I mean, it's granted it's very early, but it could have been a good time for Poppy to dip down, maybe off the wave, try to prepare something for a gank here, and we are going to see it going here. Mid to easy on Balvin. He's really low though. Gonna have to go back into the human form to pop the heal on himself. So just a little bit of poke, nothing worrying Balvin at all.
Well, I guess he was backing anyway, but really awkward trade. Oh, Valkyrie forward for Prince Flyer. Guess the gold card was down.
Indeed, and if the gold card's down, knowing that Nidalee was just up, you might as well. Nidalee needing to back because of low health. Lee Sin looking for the pick, and potentially for the counter jungle now that knowing half the back. But the ultimate's going to be popped here in the top lane between Balvin and Dadrock. Dadrock's going to flash away. The ultimate's going to get charged up, going to just absolutely punch Nautilus away to safety. But the dive coming from Raken Cage. Here comes Prince. Or I beg your pardon, here comes Anonymous.
Used to seeing Prince Flyer onto that. Oh, thought.
Yeah, I got a little tongue-tied there for the minute, but Lee Sin, getting away, Raken Cage getting away. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, U2's exhausted. The heal's popped as well. Sperm's gonna go in. The proc is down. And the heal's popped by Sperm as well.
Oh, that's that's a heal for a heal. Flashes Arse and stay.
Yes, but it's also the exhaust from the Braum. Thank you very much. So the exhaust is up, I believe, for.
That's first blood.
Oh, first blood down there in the bottom lane. As Vane's gonna go. Like me's in a little bit of trouble. You two there, just waiting for the tumble to come up, but auto attack away for easy double. Raken Cage is gonna kick Anonymous out from under tower. Prince is gonna get it back in the mid lane, 2-1 now, in favor of Nefarious.
Oh, well, we got a bit of a favoring coming in the bot lane, but that gives Fly a bit of a lead into the mid lane. Could potentially snowball the game himself if the cards are played right here, or if the movements are right in this case.
Indeed, engage here in the top lane. Don't think this is going to be anything more than a wet noodle fight. Dadrock is on the disengage. Oh, into the wall against Balvin, but they are going to trade. Balvin's down to about a third now. Dadrock's just going to pull off with just over half health.
Well, we're just being cleared out, but yeah, as you've seen up in the top lane, how just Poppy's just able to straight up deny the Nautilus his Q when he's going to try and anchor in. That's going to be a key factor against this Lee Sin later in the game to stop some insects and just pick him off before the fight even begins if he tries to get an insect on him to carry.
Indeed, and he's put back a little bit there. He had to pull off the red buff for fear of being executed there. So 2 kills in the bottom lane, although Lucian keeping up in farm, so he's not going to be too hurt, I don't think. I mean, he'll be hurt a little bit, of course, but it is only about 600 gold, a little over 600 gold. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, we've got, Prince Flower going to fall green with the package. He's going to catch Anonymous out. What's cards Anonymous control? It's going to be the gold.
Nidalee here to back him out.
Away with this. Nidalee coming in mid too easy, but Valkyrie away for Prince. He's back to safety.
Well, that's a bit of damage putting down onto the TF, but almost an even trade in favor of Prince Flyer with the Valkyrie, obviously, or the package.
He did very well to zone him out of the middle lane there, having them to go up to river. So Nidalee really coming in there to help and bail out the front. But it is a CS discrepancy that's opening up in the mid lane now. It's at 18 in favor of Prince Flyer, now at 21 with those last 3 CS that he just got. So the kill and the CS going in favor of Prince. So
Yeah, that's how it would look like. TF is having a bit of a slower wrap-up build, but he'll be a lot harder to take down in some fights. But he's going with the Rod of Ages build. It's a bit more favored for most TF these days. I was talking to Flyer a bit before the game. He actually does not like that build himself. He doesn't like the fact that it takes so much longer to ramp up on a TF, not being able to make as many plays or burst so much damage. But Lee Sin might catch Nidalee here. Oh no, Nidalee catches Lee.
he walks right over the ward. TF ultimate's coming in. Rastin Cage is gold carded. He's in some trouble. Easy kill with the condemn into the Baron pit, the outside of the Baron pit. So 3 players there to able to capitalize. Vayne getting the 3rd kill. Just not a very good play from Rastin Cage to walk over that vision ward. A little bit unlucky there as well, but they're going to try and force the issue with Dragon here, though Anonymous is low, so Prince Flyer is just going to try to harass them off an early Dragon. Meanwhile, XU2 is low in the bottom lane. Ultimate comes in from Braum. Sperm goes down as it's a 3-on-1 practically. Here comes Nefarious. He's going to come down to help pulverize. Prince Flyer comes in. Braum getting the kill. Baldwin's really low. He's going to fall. Or Prince is going to pick up Twisted Fate. And gets the double on the Nidalee. Nick is going to have to just walk off. It looks like it's a 3-for-1 there.
Well, with that trade-off coming through, I'm definitely in favor of Focus 2 in that engagement, but they will try and trade, also get the dragon in this. Switch camps, please. The Poppy will try and deny a couple creeps away from Nautilus, but he'll be there to at least pick up the casters. Oh, this turret actually will fall. He's just going to try and deny as many creeps as possible, but it falls anyway. And they end up trading a dragon for a tower. Oh, that team fight.
Indeed, and meanwhile back in the top lane, more fighting, more just slamming each other around there. As you said, the dragon for the tower. 4-4. It's only about 1,000 gold between the 2 sides, so nothing too serious. But the big thing was more kills onto Flyer to help him on his way as after Vayne picked up that 3rd. So.
You're definitely looking back to the farm discrepancy. It's definitely mounting and mounting up in the mid lane. TF just falling farther and farther behind, but he should be close to being able to pick up his Rod of Ages. He needs around 300 gold and he can back for his Rod of Ages, which will help him definitely start scaling into the mid game really strongly. But nothing really outscales a Corki in the mid game stages of the game. So he'll try his best to try and stay toe to toe with him, or at least a foot behind in this case. Oh, Pulverize coming through.
The Pulverize. Sperm's in trouble.
He's okay.
Just gets poked down. He's gonna be okay, yeah. Just gets poked down a bit there. I thought maybe if Vayne had tumbled into the right angle, could condemn Sperm back into the tower based off that ball rise, but it didn't happen. Meanwhile, in the top lane, 2v1, Mid Too Easy versus Dadrock. Mid Too Easy taking a bit of damage, but Balvin into the wall. That was not a very good anchor toss there. It's gonna knock up Mid Too Easy with his ultimate, but it's just a easy chase. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Anonymous picks up the gold card. It's gonna have to use it on Rez and Kage, but the Q is gonna get him. So a kill going over to Lee Sin to balance the kills out again at 5-5.
Kill trade is coming through across the map, but in the tower differential, they still have a slight lead in gold and tower on the side. Oh, this could be a cool look over the Poppy.
Yeah, Rez and Kage's in trouble. Does ward hop over the wall.
Poppy missing
Poppy
the ultimate.
Could chase, but not going to.
Yep, and that exchange where Rouse and Kage escaped. Poppy did also ult there and ended up missing it because he ulted the opposite direction.
Right.
There's a cooldown down to someone's. She is back as it is. Looks like
Indeed, we'll see the go in here. Ooh, Sperm trying to turn it. The Pulverize. Yeah, they got both on the wall there. Bite Me's in trouble, and so is Sperm. Is the Calling's going to come out, and Alistair's going to have to pop ult to tank that. So they just trade some blows here in the bottom lane. You see Nidalee Lee Sin's running teleports coming in. They are going to go down in the bot lane here. Biton's got the shield the wrong way. U2 flashes back out, but Flyer's there to get him. Going to pick up 2 here. Is pushed into the wall by Dadrock. Surely that's going to be Flyer in return. Meanwhile, Anonymous Flyer's very low, but they're chasing after Sperm, the AD carry. Dadrock should get him, does. Meanwhile, Twisted Fate and Nidalee are going to clean up the Braum, and it's going to be a 2 for 3 in favor of Nefarious. Maybe they can push this tower off that now.
They should definitely be able to get this turret, as Nautilus is going to end up trading the top side turret though also. So it would be a turret for turret and 3 for 2. Still in favor of Nefarious, depending on what they can do after this turret. But I believe they'll just back off.
Probably, but they get the 1 extra kill and they get the tower, so not really, can't really complain too much or have too many complaints there. Plus they get the shutdown gold on the Corki as well.
Yeah, lots of gold coming from that Corki kill. TF getting his Rod of Ages shortly, and his Sheen. Looks like he will be opting for a Lich Bane next. Instead of going for the more wave clear, he's going to want the more single target damage. Oh, but Corki's going on very aggressive on the YouTube. Headbutt being able to disengage Ross and Kage and keep XU2 safe.
Yeah, a class disengage there by Nickel Rack.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm too old for this, twin. Can't keep up with the kids these days. No crazy names.
Oh, so they're gonna try and go into the Lucian here. Braum is behind.
He's on his own. This is gonna be an easy kill. XU2 picking up the 4th of the game on his own. No vision. 3 of them in the bot lane. Didn't even need the 1 of them. So Poppy gonna pop, or Leeson gonna kick that rock now into Balvin, trying to pick up a kill themselves. The ultimate comes in from Nautilus, and it is going to be the kill. Not before Dadrock's gonna get Razin Kage.
Oh, he's here.
Though. He's still alive. Unbelievably, it looks like Them2Easy used the heal on him to keep him alive. Finally going down to Balvin, but they can pick up the killer if they're not careful. Them2Easy on the run, but the teammates
is here.
Come, and it is going to be 2 for 1. Prince Flyer picking up the kill there, but it could be. Is it going to be at cost of the mid lane turret? Because a lot of damage is going down to it from Anonymous.
That's first down. Or oh, maybe not. Like no, it'll survive with a couple ticks. They'll get that next push.
Just putting up shield to block the minions in their attempt.
So they are rotating towards the bot side. No, they respect it. They will respect it though. Someone's sitting on the ward. Also is coming back towards the mid lane to try and pick up this turret. Braum is here, so this shouldn't go down. Oh, missing creeps.
Not with Prince there, I don't think. With Prince and Bite Me, no. Big storyline so far, though. Prince 6-1 and 2, right? 8 of the 9 kills in the participation category. At the cost of the 80 carry, though, Sperm is quite behind at 0-4 and 4. The Vayne at 4-2 and 2 is ahead, and ahead by about 1,000 gold. Those are the 2 big storylines. That's also Nidalee doing a little bit better here than Razin Kage on the Lee Sin as the mid turret finally does go down to the Twisted Fate. Nidalee 3-2 and 2, but with a 22 CS discrepancy over Razin Kage.
Yeah, but the CS differential in the mid lane has closed a little bit. Oh, so you're gonna have a fight here.
Big engage. Sperm gets wiped out very quickly. The health bar is pretty low, but they're going after XU2. The calling goes down. Nick Racy trying to pick it up, but Flyer's going to go in on the backside to get him. The knockup on Nick Racy, they might be able to get him with as the dredge line came through. Balvin picking up the kill there. 4 assists to go down. This is the bottom lane turret for sure. It's a 5-on-3 in the bot lane here. Sperm a little low. Them2Easy going in on Balvin gets a lot of poke down. The tower's going to try and do a lot of damage too. Braum shield to pull away, and Honest Flyer has the gold card up. We'll see if they re-engage off that, but probably not without the protection of the tower.
I'm only 3v5 here. Oh, he's going in.
Out against the wall, and the re-engage is there. Poppy gonna hit the ultimate, gonna pop Lee Sin. Razin Kage's out the fight. They've got Dadrock locked up though, has to flash out, and the chase is on. Anonymous Flyer only picks up the red card. And again, more poke flying in, but they are going to have to back off. Prince and Sperm are very low, as is Baldwin, so they really can't do much off of that with those health bars.
Just everybody was very low health after that altercation. Honestly, re-engaging that 3-5 took balls. For needless to say. Just it was a 3-5. Everybody was still alive. They were at half health. They ended up actually getting everybody back to like around 10% health before disengaging that fight entirely. But no kills coming through on either side so far. So
Indeed,
Spudsy's.
no.
Oh, go ahead.
But I meant to say no Rift Herald buff this game. None of them picked them up this game. 20 minutes, it's back into the void. Big engage going in here. Nick Ricci, the package goes down, but Prince Flower gets caught by the gold card. He's going to flash over the Baron Pit wall. Meanwhile, they're going to trade 2 kills for 1. Anonymous is very low on the backside. They're going to catch Danrock out, but not before Razin Kage falls to his jungle counterpart. Lucian picking up the kill on Poppy. That's a pretty good kill for him. He went from 0-4-4. He's now 2-4-7. So he's picked up 2 kills and 3 assists since his last misadventure.
That fight ended up being 3 kills for 2 in a dragon. I still believe that favors Nefarious unless something gets picked up here. Mitsubishi going on a chase, trying to pick up another kill, but the spear will not land. Oh, the TFL comes through.
Comes the ultimate Anonymous gold card out. Easy as you like. Easy as Sunday morning. And Bite Me and Bobbin way too late there.
Sunday mornings are easy for you? Fuck that day.
Just going for the song, man.
Gotcha.
Unless you'd like Sunday afternoons, then it would be just an afternoon delight.
I see. Alright, so looking at the differentials here, we have 3 turrets and a dragon for a dragon. We have a slight gold lead in favor of Nefarious Esports. They are sitting on, what is it, 1,000 to 1.7k? Something like that.
It's too even. It's too even.
Oh, it's too even? I see. Okay, I see now. Numbers jumping as farming. So 2 even, in the amount of the gold is on the Vayne and the TF. Actually, gold's pretty evenly distributed. Just around 700 to 400 gold differentials between each one's counterpart.
Here's an engage in the jungle. Mitsubishi gonna smite that red buff away. Razin Kage not gonna be able to answer for it. Old could stay too late though. Razin Kage goes in on the Q. He's pretty low. They're gonna knock up XU2, but Mitsuishi's gonna pick up the kill on Razin Kage. Meanwhile, the calling's gonna come down. Danrock gonna go in on this. He's gonna get chucked down very low. The heal comes out from XU2. Nickelrack is going to go down here. Meanwhile, Anonymous Slayer getting absolutely erased. The Nautilus picking up the kill there. So Sperm with his 3rd. And another kill onto the Nautilus. Bite Me at 3, 1, and 6 now.
Wrong person.
Hey?
You should Bite Me.
Oh, yeah, it's Balvin. That's correct.
Yeah.
God, still haven't learned from the champion select, have I? Meanwhile, the tower in the mid lane looking to go down here. Bite Me's probably yelling at me, hey guys, I'm tagging it, take it, why don't you? Finally does. So, mid turret down. It's 3 turrets to 2. At a Dragon and Peace, Prince is just going to have to delay his recall there.
Poppy definitely needs to get the Z0 going in another lane. Says had it for a solid, I think, 6 minutes and has not placed it yet. But it looks like he's going to try and clear his bot wave and then place it. Unless he's just going to place it right away. We'll see here. What is his plan?
Indeed. So, Razin Kage at 2, 4, and 8 now.
Razin.
40 CS Razin Kage.
Razin
Kage,
Yeah.
Razin Kage.
There you go.
All the same and honest. Tomato. But nonetheless, 40 CS behind now. In the jungle to this 5-2 and 5 Nidalee.
Oh, there's the Z0 being placed.
That purchased by the Poppy, yes. So, is it going to be shades of Echo Fox versus Digitas from today? Boy,
I actually didn't watch that game.
Oh, you missed a cracker. But I hope it's not. It's way too late for a 67-minute brawl. In all honesty.
Wow. Did Echo Fox win?
Yes, they did.
Okay, good.
Froggins broke the record for most CS in a professional League of Legends game.
900?
Nonetheless, here comes the engage. Racing Kage really low is going to go down, and he's just singled out incredibly well. The Poppy picking up the kill there. It's 3, 2, and 5 for that. That's going to be an inner turret for real, and they're just going to have to be on retreat. The engage from Nickelrack. There's 3 on the full price, including Prince, just going to go down to Dadrock. So Dadrock picking up the kill there. The big carry's down. They can push this advantage. XU2 real aggressive going into the base. Calling's out. Falling against the inhibitor is going to go down to Anonymous Liar. Meanwhile, XU2 is going to pick up Sperm on the back end, and it's 4 for nothing. This is at least the inhibitor.
They could try and end it here.
Yeah, I think they can. They can push this. Brom's the only one that's up. It's at least going to be a Nexus turret or 2 as Reisakage's back up.
I think they can end it.
Meanwhile, they're going to go on to the second Nexus turret. Mid to easy low. Racing Kage's going to go in on Dadrock. The second Nexus turret. The inhibitor's the Nexus is exposed. Anonymous doesn't
want to die.
No, Anonymous didn't die. It was Racing Kage picked up somebody. It was Anonymous, yes, but nonetheless, it is going to be a win for Nefarious Esports. They pick up the first game in the series.
That would be game 1 set in stone. Nefarious goes up 1-0. Alright, as the stats come on out. That. Oh, okay. I'll accept that invite momentarily once we go over the statistics. Looks like, oh, wow, TF did a lot less damage than I figured he would that game, but a monstrous amount coming out by Prince Fly with a 23,000 lead in damage-wise. Sadly, they could not get too much damage coming out of their ADC. And their top laner did actually more than their AD was, or just as much as their AD was able to this game. But needless to say, Nefarious ended up playing a better macro game overall, where the team fights were a bit more favored towards focus, at least in the early stages before the ending there, where they caught out Lee Sin. Well, what do you think, Spudsy? What do you think Focus has to do to curve their ways getting into game 2?
Well, I think they have to really do something. I mean, in that game, a lot of the we've seen how strong that Lucian can be as a champion, but it just didn't work for Sperm in this game. And I just think maybe he just needs to pick it up a little bit, maybe a little bit of better play in the second game, because his support is 1, 3, and 12 with 13 and 17 kill participations, but Sperm did have 6 deaths. So we did see him get caught out quite a lot. Prince was decent on the Corki, I will say, but he was caught once or twice, and especially there in the late game fight when he was taken out. He was the second person to die for the purple side, and really because he was the main threat and did do the most damage to champions, as we did see. That pretty much was the writing on the wall once Prince fell. So they'll need Sperm to definitely come up as the carry, or as another carry, another option, because in this game for the opening 15 minutes, he wasn't really relevant.
Good work's coming. Looks like good work's coming in. Looks like we will be waiting for the next game to start in the meantime. In the meantime, I am your host, Twin Tower Dive, and this is my co-host, Spudsy, and we will be back very shortly with Game 2. Alright, and we are back with game 2. So now we have the Thresh band still on. Let me fix the HUD. Spudsy, let us go ahead.
Indeed. So, Focus who going to be on the blue side now. They are going to pick up the Thresh ban, like you did say, and I think honestly, if Focus who want to have a chance here, they're going to need to prioritize the Alistair maybe, or maybe the Vayne, like you said, if it's a hotly contested pick, something to help get them to level the series, maybe get the equalizing game. They're going to ban away the Alistair, and the Corki's banned as well, which I actually think is going to benefit Flyer here, because I do like his Corki play. But one of the things about Corki, especially with the package, is that you do have to dive into the enemy teams at times, and that can leave you in a bad spot when the team fight goes, if the package doesn't do 100% of what it needs to do. So that option to maybe put yourself in a bad spot in the team fight taken away with the Corki ban. It is going to be the Nidalee ban next as well, and first pick Poppy for the blue side this time.
The Poppy coming through, but answered by the Gangplank. This Gangplank could be either top lane or mid lane, I'm not sure. Both Anonymous, Liar, and Dadrock both do play it. But we'll see how it goes. I expect either a jungler pickup here or the Nautilus, which can be flexed both jungle, top, or support, depending on where they wish to put it.
I would imagine the Gangplank would want to be now with the Nautilus. Obviously it's left open, but I would have preferred to see the Gangplank in the top lane as opposed to the mid, because I think if you're giving Flyer the last pick here and he knows he's going to go into the Gangplank, he can do a lot of damage on that Gangplank. I'd like Gangplank more so in the top lane than the mid lane, and then allowing it to get last picked into by Flyer. I just don't see that being a very good choice. But the Vayne pickup, very possible here for the blue side. And MJ3000 says play Janna, and what do we see? Janna locked in on the second round of picks.
Janna does come through for Bite Me. We'll just have to see how he plays on that champion. I have not myself seen Bite Me play Janna. I've heard some good things about it from Sperm, but we'll just have to see. The Draven hover, with extreme prejudice.
Indeed, and we'll have to see if that Poppy is going jungle. That is always a possibility. League of Draven, maybe?
It's always you're right. It's always a possibility.
Yeah, I would imagine the Elise pick is going to be a solid lock. But a big comment from Dark Forest. Dark Forest is good forest. A blind pick Vayne when Lucian, Sever, Callista are open. And Callista wouldn't be a bad option here, I don't think. And it is locked in, so we are going to see that Callista come out. We'll see if that was a bad pick from blue side, but they are going to go into the Callista there with that Vayne. Meanwhile, Sperm and Prince Flyer to round out the last two picks for Focus who?
We'll just have to see here. The Vayne being such a priority pick for both these teams, I'm not surprised to see it go through there with a Janna to keep him safe this game, less of his aggressive Lucian. But he'll probably just end up trying to go either cull or trying to farm up lane, since it is a Callista after all. I believe this Nautilus will be a Nautilus support, looking at how the teams are projected, and knowing Nick Lorak's playstyle and pool. We'll just have to see.
Indeed, and game Mid Too Easy coming on to chat saying the two bans for Mid Too Easy, such respect. Oh, focus on the playing, my son. Meanwhile, we're gonna have the Malphite and the Lulu. So I believe that is going to make it Poppy Jungle with the Malphite going into the top lane. And the Lulu in the mid for Prince Flyer.
Yeah, Lulu mid lane being picked up, pretty solid team overall coming through this pick ban base as being a pretty large protect the Vayne composition on paper. Oh, maybe it's not a Nautilus support. Maybe it is a Gangplank mid.
Maybe.
That could also just be trolling me, because I would rather that Gangplank be going top lane picking an AP mid. But we'll just have to see. Considering I don't
Are they
believe Gangplank does very well in into a Lulu.
and we'll have to see. Are they gonna lock in this Braum?
This Braum is locked in.
Yeah, it's gonna be Braum. So Nautilus is going in the top lane for Dad Rock, and it will be a Nautilus Callista bottom lane.
Yeah,
Princess on his Lulu. He's pretty decent on Lulu this season. We've seen him play it a lot season 6, and a little bit more towards the end of season 5, I believe, as well.
Yeah, this is gonna be a game. We have a protect the Vayne with engage and a lot of peel versus a kill the Vayne comp. We'll just have to see how this goes.
Indeed, but I think there's a lot of good
Yeah.
protection to come out of blue side, because you do have the potential for the wild growth and Janna and the Poppy ultimate, so they've got enough to barrier Vayne if they want to.
Yeah. I like both compositions on paper, but we'll just have to see who plays theirs better. Considering Ross and Kage and Balaban are both very new additions to the Focusy roster. They're not playing as mandatory of roles to protect the Vayne, but needless to say, this composition is going to require a lot more awareness and just focus. Not who, but focus on how they're going to run this composition. We'll just have to see how they round it out, and if they can play the composition correctly. If they can play it correctly and be able to lock down this Callista and kill her right away in the fights, I believe the edge goes to Focus in Champion Select, but other than that, I do not know. What is your take on this, Spudsy? Because I did all the analyzing last game.
Well, I don't think. I mean, you're right. It is going to require a lot of focus from Focus Who, ironically enough. And as you said, with the 2 new additions to the team, I just, they do have quite a bit of practice under the belts, I'm sure. But nonetheless, I think that level of concentration against a team that's one of the more clinical ones in the OLS in terms of Nefarious Esports is going to put them under a lot of pressure. The Malphite can be a very big game changer, especially if he lands a very good knockup. He is still a strong champion in Season 6. Maybe not like maybe not as huge as other top laners that we've seen in terms of, say, Fiora, Gangplank, Nautilus in this case. But nonetheless, Malphite can change games. So we'll have to see how they keep Sperm alive in the bot lane, because it is very squishy compared to Braum, Callista. So we'll see if... I think it's going to be a bit of a trouble for them, especially once Callista starts queuing up the spears to go through you. So... it's really going to have to be a very, very, very walk on eggshell kind of performance from a Focus Who.
Alright, good analytic stuff for Spudsy. We will see you guys again when we get into game. And we are back with Game 2 between Focus Who and Nefarious Esports. So this part might be a little AFK still, but otherwise, in the top lane we have Balvin on Malphite. In the jungle we have Ross and Kage on Poppy. In the mid lane we have Prince Flyer on Lulu, oddly enough. In the bottom we have Sperm on his traditional Vayne, and on support we have Bite Me on Janna.
And on the purple side, we have Nefarious Esports. Top lane is going to be Dadrock on the Nautilus. And the jungle, it's going to be mid 2 easy on Elise. In the mid lane, it's going to be Anonymous Slayer on Gangplank. 80 carries XU2 on the Callista. And Nickelrack on the Braum support.
Did you
Sorry?
just say Anonymous Flyer?
Anonymous Liar. No, not Flyer. Anonymous Liar.
So like you said Anonymous Flyer.
Anonymous Liar.
Jesus. That's 2 mid laners, not one.
Would be a fusion of... would be something straight out of the DBZ with the fusion there of the mid laners. Nonetheless, a little early vision control established there with the invade, but nothing to come of it. I certainly thought there was going to be a fight down there, but nothing did come of it. And honestly, when we were loading in, I thought I had time to listen to Eleanor Rigby, but I didn't. Anything for our Beatles fans out there that may still exist, or maybe we're all too young for it. Nonetheless, standard lanes, both starting red side or purple side, big part starting on their Gromp, blue starting on their Golems, and we're underway.
Once again, we got almost standard lanes. We have the Elise starting on the top side of the map this time. So mirrored starts.
Indeed, and Anonymous taking quite a bit of folks. So, I believe somebody in chat said, "Oh, I haven't seen Flyer on Lulu yet," and look at that, already poking down Anonymous, establishing this is Prince's lane, and he's going to run the show. We'll see if that stays the case. So, meanwhile, in the top lane, Balvin getting a little bit of poke down on that, or getting a little bit of poke put on himself by Dadrock there, but nothing. But has top lane ever really changed from nothing more than the wet noodle fight? That's just the slap fest that it mostly has been since Tank Meta Season 5. Nonetheless, those two certainly going to be trading blows for times to come. Elise is there, maybe looking to get an early gank. Does ping it out, so we are going to have the gank attempt go up top, but not in a very good position. Malphite's already there to the tower, so it's just time wasted. Nonetheless, the pressure, the wave into the blue side tower here by XU2 and Nickelrack. So they're going to put down a few. Dadrock going to get a little bit of poke down. Put on by Babylon, I should say, and Poppy gonna take this opportunity to counter jungle, knowing that Elise was just going, and the blue buff is open, so Poppy gonna steal the blue buff, but Elise could be in a position to gank if she wanted, but no, she's gonna try and do the opposite and steal the blue buff herself. So they're gonna trade each other's blue buffs, essentially. Rez and Kage picking up the blue buff there.
Looks like we've cut the map in
and
two.
Nautilus coming down to help with the blue buff on the other side. So.
Yeah, overall we've cut the map in two as of right now.
Prince pushing up against the tower again. Anonymous getting quite a lot of health taken off of him.
You hear me right?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
You're a little low.
Do I sound quieter or what?
Yeah, you sound a little quieter. But here's the engage to the bottom lane. Nickelrack is caught against the wall. Stand by me away. And the heal has to get burned from XU2. Razakage's in trouble. The teleport's coming in. Dadrock's here. They can make something of it. Double teleport's coming in. Anonymous Liar's going to pick up first blood.
Party in the bot lane.
Poppy's going to go down. Meanwhile, condemned against the wall, but Malphite's going to pick up Callista there. Double kill for Babylon. Or Balvin. Meanwhile, Dadrock's going to push Balvin, and it is going to get traded back.
Well, lots of
2 for
early
2 in the
action.
end.
Lots of early action going on here. Flyer with the Ignite not actually being able to mirror his matchup.
He's in trouble.
Down.
Mid too easy there. Oh, dodges the cocoon. Gonna try and get on this. May have to flash.
He'll be fine.
No, he's just gonna run away.
Flyer with the BM laps.
Because he didn't have to use the splash. I thought he would have had to get out of that, but he didn't. So it certainly looked like a situation, at least looking at it on the minimap of waiting for the inevitable, that was a situation that maybe he would have had to burn flash to get out of that. But nonetheless, he just walks back to the safety of his own tower, and the BM laugh is there. So, pretty standard so far. Callista with 4 CS, but Prince Flyer 10 up already on 6 minutes practically.
And before this wave hits too.
Yeah. So I'll have a little bit more of the wave to play with. He is picking up CS left and right from it. And the Nautilus running it, even though the Malphite has 2 kills in the top lane. Malphite 9 CS ahead. Sperm by himself because the John had the back. It was delayed, remember, earlier from XU2. And nonetheless, pretty standard. So the Callista gaining a little bit more CS. It was 4 just a minute ago. Now it's a 9 CS discrepancy. Bite Me trying to do his best to maybe help Sperm not fall too far behind. And Poppy in the meanwhile on the way to counter jungle some more. Red buff's not there. Why don't she take golems? She's probably gonna swing around to do so. In the top, could have some action though. Balvin here going on Dad Rock a little bit. Elise is there to come down for the golems. Poppy in retreat mode. I don't think they could have done anything anyway. It was pinged out at least, but nothing doing. And Elise will get her own golems.
Yeah. Looking at the vision here on the top side of the map, we have 2 pink wards, both in the river brushes, and 3 wards for every entrance to Elise's jungle. They have full vision on this Elise until she goes to the bottom side of the map.
Indeed, they do. That's a very good point. Poppy there clearing out yet another ward to keep that vision established. Meanwhile, Elise one down in the river bush there. Maybe trying to go in for Flyer mid-BZ, but Flyer just poking him away. Tell you what, Flyer's doing a lot of damage on that Lulu early.
He's chasing him down.
Indeed, Mitsubishi.
That's a dead Elise.
That should be it. Yeah, it is going to be it. Prince Flyer picking up. I don't know what happened there. Just back away if you're going to allow yourself to get harassed like that. But nonetheless, he just stood there and took it all day like a champ. But wipe yourself off, mid too easy. You did. Nonetheless, big kill for Prince Flyer.
And definitely gets him ahead of his Gangplank at least early on, or gets him back in par with the Gangplank's kill and assist early on. And just the vision game is just going to inspire to keep going on, except for that pink ward in the upper brush, or in the river brush now, or in the death brush in the upper river. No there.
Indeed. So, you're right. It does catch up with that kill, evens the kill out. So just the assist and 9 CS, the discrepancy here between Prince. Beg your pardon. Earlier, you had lined up the champions correctly, but I had Lisa in the mid lane, didn't even realize it. So
whoops.
I'm like, look at this creep discrepancy, and no, it's not actually there. Nonetheless, they're going in on Prince. The Gangplank ult's down. Dadrock's gonna pop the ultimate on Prince. He could be in trouble here. Dread's line in. He certainly will. No, he stays alive from Razakage, but now Razakage's in trouble. Has to pop the ultimate. Mid 2 East is gonna repel up from it. It's gonna be bursted back from Bite Me, who got there just to disengage the fight in time.
Well, and overall, we just have ult trades, I guess, with HP.
Indeed, and MJ3000 saying respect the Lulu Deeps, respect the Lulu, and definitely had to there. I believe that was 2 ultimates burned by Purple here. We had the Gangplank ult and the ult from Dadrock.
And then focus, and then focus, trade 3.
Yeah, as well. So Here comes the teleport in. Double teleport advantage. Executor's just going to get erased. Sperm with the early
Negation.
kill. So very good engage there. Nickelrack gets condemned against the wall. He could be in trouble. Has to flash into the dragon pit. Sperm's gonna follow though. It should be a kill. It will be a kill.
Oh.
So the delayed double for Sperm, and it's 5-2.
Last time Vayne got a double kill like that, things tended to get a bit downhill quickly. Sometimes
Indeed.
builds
I
a
mean,
little
it
different.
started well for the Bang last game.
This time, Vayne's actually has a Vampiric Scepter this time instead of rushing a Phantom Dancer. So a bit of an alternated build, but we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Very much so. So Prince putting a lot of pressure on the tower. It's going to be an early drag. It's a 10-minute, 35-second dragon going down for Focus Who? No towers yet to fall though. Interestingly enough. But Prince is working on that well in the mid lane. The sheer push that he has in the mid lane. We'll see. There's the thing we didn't really cover too much in Champions Select though, as we see it come in. Double teleport being run from Nefarious Esports. What do you think of given their team comp and their maybe ability with the damage coming out of Gangplank and of course Callista, that does this give them a huge advantage with the double teleport?
With the double teleports as of right now, they're both down, but with those being down, the 2v2 of Sperm and Biomi is going to be a little rambunctious, but Callista and Braum, you can't disrespect their amount of damage they can put out. But until the teleports come down, I don't expect to see too much.
But no, I mean later in the game,
oh,
it'll
okay,
probably
sorry.
be a huge. I mean, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, later on in the game, you'll have the Gangplank split. They're going to be doing a 1-3-1.
Yeah.
With Gangplank in the either side lane, and then Nautilus in the other. Where Callista, Elise, and Braum will be sitting to mid lane, disengaging fights, and just trying to clear waves the best they can. Not the best wave clear of all, but we'll just have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, meanwhile in the top lane, they just kept going at each other like for a minute at a time. But finally, Balvin is going to walk away there. The Elise comes up to clear what looks like a ward. No, get Scuttle. The Elise gets Scuttle, chases Poppy back in her own jungle. And the lane's reset. So a bit of a farm fest early on. 12.5 minutes, no towers fallen. And the Callista's already on 108 creep. Despite having died twice, actually. So that's I mean, it is a 12 CS discrepancy. She still is behind about 400 gold. It's actually only about 350. But that's not too bad from the Callista to try and at least level the playing field with the CS. Cocoon misses. They try to go in on Flyer. Ryzen Kage's there. The teleport comes down. Mid2Easy repels up. Is still on Flyer. He's in quite a bit of trouble. Will go down. So Mid2Easy with the pickup there. Very good repel. They've kind of been on point for him. And, it was so there, but it is going to give Lulu Morello Namicon. That's what she did complete that item. So, Callista with the 13 CS now up on Vayne, but Vayne at 2-0-2, still holding the advantage in the bot lane, but it's about 330 gold there as well. So, well, you know, not too bad of a discrepancy. Ryzen Kage's caught here. Poppy for the Elise. Nope. Mid2Easy's going to be chased off.
You'd think he was caught, but you think the Elise would have been that one. I was actually caught, but Ryzen Kage chose not to take the fight. But he is chasing the Elise down. But he is disengaging.
Indeed. Yeah, deep in the jungle too. But meanwhile, on the top lane, Dadrock could be in a little bit of trouble. Balvin's on his case. The Gangplank goal comes down. Poppy's out of position here again. This was something you pointed out in the last game, jungler being out of position. They do collapse on her. The shield's up. Meanwhile, Sperm and Nickelrack on the backside. Braum has to flash. So 5-3. And the gold very, very, very even here. Only 300 between the sides, 300 to 400. It changes so rapidly, but nonetheless, less than $1,000 between the sides.
1,000 gold differential still sits. Say 400 right now, actually. But as of right now, going into the mid game, I believe that the focus who will be a lot stronger going in. Their team fight potential is gonna be a lot larger. Lulu's minorly ahead of the Gangplank, who does not have an item completed yet. Getting a his Triforce completed will be huge for them going to the mid game. Oh, TP coming through.
Here comes teleport in the bot lane. Bite Me flashes in. We'll see what happens. The Whirlwind's gonna get Nickel Rack. The ultimate Dolphin's gonna knock up XU2. Nickel Rack's very low. It is gonna be one for Balvin, and then Sperm's gonna get the second. The tower aggro is on Balvin. He's in a bit of trouble. The repel goes up from mid too easy, and now they can tower dive this if they want. Heal comes down from Bite Me, but they don't. They're gonna back off. And they pick up 2 for nothing. Is it over yet though? Bite Me and Sperm have come all the way back around the side into lane. Dadrock's taking the tower. Meanwhile, Prince is taking that mid lane tower. He's pushing the inner for free practically. Anonymous they're trying to stop. But meanwhile, Rasenkage's mid too easy. Missed the stun against the wall though, and that's going to be the mid too easy's escape.
Manages to walk right back out of that. If he had hitting him against the wall and hitting the Q, he would have definitely went get down. But just takes the wall as a compensation prize. But Nautilus taking the blue buff just straight up, just walking enemy jungle, getting the timer for himself, and just, well, it's a good amount of XP chunk and a blue buff. Denied from Flyer.
Yeah, gave him a level as well off that one. Meanwhile, as we look at the rod, I believe it's a needlessly large rod that's just been bought by Prince Fire on the Lulu, so working on more of that AP already. Bite Me could be caught here. The Janna could be in trouble. Sperm's a little late to the contest. Gangplank goes down though, and they're caught. XU2 picks up 1, and XU2's gonna pick up 2. Sperm with the slow, but it is gonna be Braum that takes it. Rasenkage's there, but way too late. U2 literally running circles around him. He could pick up Rasenkage. The slow goes down. Wild growth from Flyer's going to save the day. Meanwhile, Balvin in the top lane's in trouble. Dadrock gets the red line down on him. Mid too easy will pick up that kill. And nothing more will do in the bot side. So they got Sperm and they got Balvin there in the bot lane. And they got Bite Me.
This should be a turret going down. Oh, trying to catch Lulu.
The ultimate from Kalista is in trouble. The proc is on him, but he's gonna get the Kalista. He's gonna pick up XU2. So 1 for 1 there. Did all he can. He channeled the way of the samurai there and at least took somebody down with him. The tower still remains, surprisingly enough, and will. Meanwhile, through all of that, Purple side took the Rift Herald, and I believe they gave that buff to the Nautilus.
Yes. No, they did not. At least has it.
No, they gave it to the Elise. Mitsubishi has it, actually.
Most junglers are running Runic Affinity, which gives them an extra 20% duration on the buff, so it makes a bit more sense. Because the buff is already a short duration as it is, so might as well extend it to be an actual Baron buff duration.
Yeah, no. I saw the recall. The ultimate's going down. Bite Me pops his to try and save the day, but he's going to be in trouble. Braum ultimate catches him. Bite Me caught again. Second death of the game now on a bit of a death streak. Ultimate comes down from Dadrock though. Sperm's in trouble here. He's just going to go down. Double kill for the Elise. Earlier I saw the Nautilus recalling on the Baron Rift in the Baron pit, so I thought maybe they would have gotten to him, but I didn't. Upon retrospect, you are correct. They gave it to mid too easy, who did just pick up a double with it, so look at that, it's paying off already. Meanwhile, blue side, I would say, is pretty out of position here. Bot lane turret goes down, meanwhile, here's the engage. Prince is getting a lot of damage down. Balvin's caught. Balvin gets a big knockup into Rasenkage as well. Kage's knockup as well. Balvin picks up Dadrock. Great way to turn that fight and peel off for Prince there. They can pressure this inner turret now. Nickelrack on the side is going to come over the wall, but it's not going to save the turret. They actually pick up 2 with the minions on the top side in trade of Kalista taking the one on the bot. So 2 towers for 1 there, and Dadrock's life.
And that Braum flash was interesting, needless to say. Flash just out of fear, I guess. This should be the dragon now for Focuso. Oh, looks like SU2's hot.
They catch XU2. Polymorph is down. Just can't get the kill. They finally, well, Prince finally does. And this is the dragon. Nobody's there to get to it in time. So second dragon going the way of Focus, who as well. Gangplank Ultimate is down to try and steal it, but it's not there in time. The Poppy's there with Smite. Honestly, with the wave, they are attacking the wave down the bottom lane there too to maybe try and either freeze this or take this turret because it is, I believe, low. Braum does ping it out. Oh no, it's at almost full health. My bad.
Tree damage burn, killing it real quick.
Yeah, Sperm's really put a lot of damage down on it. They do back off eventually, but the minions are still having a go.
Ooh, 60% Sperm. Janus Shield keeping him alive for now. They are going for the chase. King, but they catch Bite Me. TP coming down.
Again, has to pop the ultimate there because he was ulted by the Braum by Nickelrack. In the meantime, the teleport got cancelled. Mid to easy repels over the wall on Prince. Gets the cocoon. Here comes Deadrock to try and maybe get the dredge line in, but Prince is there out of the stun just in time. Meanwhile, Balvin and Mid to easy, Balvin just not gonna care. He's going to recall nonetheless. This could be the mid towers. Prince is a little low. I think they could dive this with the personnel they have there. Especially with Braum collapsing. Oh, Dredgeline goes in on Prince, but he's peeled off immediately. Wild Growth with the stun from Rezenkage, who is going to go down to XU2. Meanwhile, Nickelrack is low. Balvin's in there on the main line. He gets stunned. They're going to have to peel off of this. This should be the tower for them. They are very low, and I don't think they can take 3 engage. XU2 gets a turret shot for no reason there. Prince under the ultimate. And the flash dredge line. Lightning's caught. He is still alive, though. Meanwhile, Balvin is going to go down. That's a stun. He gets picked up by Dadrock. They do get the turret. Sperm flash here and gets the kill. Here comes the teleport in. Anonymous Slayer on the chase. He stayed way too long. What a crit from Anonymous Slayer. Has to get condemned away to disengage.
466 damage crit, definitely doing a lot of damage. Oh, Sperm could be going down here. Oh, lots of shields.
Indeed, Mid to easy getting a little caught there, but Gangplank's still there. The slow in from Bite Me. This can be turned into their advantage. They are going to pick up Bite Me. Mid to easy, meanwhile. Anonymous Slayer as well, very low. Sperm picks up the kill. Polymorph down for Mid to easy. Are they going to save Prince Flyer's life? Yes, the shield just comes out, and Vayne just gets the kill in time. A little bit of the cockiness as well from Sperm. So, I was surprised that they turned that. I would have certainly thought that would have been good enough from Mid to easy and Anonymous Liar.
Oh, I'm not getting this blue this time.
Yeah.
I'm probably getting a bit territorial now, finally.
Yeah.
But he's gone.
Take my blue once, shame on you. Take my blue twice, shame on me.
Yeah, I believe that ward for the red side has been sitting on that blue buff for a solid 13 minutes at least. Still has not been cleared. We'll see if he'll actually go in the bush. Oh, he should see it here. They do clear the ward. Rip Draven. Ding.
Gangplank's starting to do some serious damage though.
Triforce going to see. He's getting his Infinity Edge next. Not going for the Essence Reaver.
Do you disagree with that?
I mean, it's a matter of choice. The Essence Reaver is really strong in Gangplank, so I do believe he'll build one eventually, but maybe not right now. I don't know if he's running scaling CDR. Let me see. I can't actually see his CDR, sadly.
He does have the Ionian boots of the cooldown reduction on the boots.
Maybe he's running 15% scaling. I don't know.
To help. Meanwhile, here comes the teleport into River. Dadrock's down. The Gangplank ult is down as well. Focus who are just going to disengage. Because there's no objective there in the river. It's just a team fight in the middle of the river, so nothing to fight over. Nothing worth fighting for then. And here comes the push down the mid lane. Poppy there to try and counterbalance, but the rest of the team is backing, so this could be a window to take this inner turret if they try to push it.
They're just rotating.
Yeah, home.
Let's give it a fight.
They're gonna come out. Here comes they pin mid too easy against the wall. They knock him up as well. Meanwhile, Malphite goes into the back line, and Sperm's just doing tons of damage in the meantime. The ult comes down from Nautilus, but Sperm's already picked up one. X-U2's in trouble. There's two. There's a double kill for Sperm. They can continue this fight if they want. Poppy's going to, but Rasen Kage's not going to allow the triple.
They're on Baron.
And they are going to go for Baron. It's a good call at this time. 30 seconds on the death timers and 3 for nothing very easily.
We'll see if Elise can get there in time to try for heal, or they might just go try to. No, there's no way they're going to get there in time. They just melted way too fast. But he will just clear the mid lane out into them.
Indeed, so Baron onto the blue team. Well, Baron power play counter in my head. 1.7k was the deficit at the time of the Baron. We'll have to see how much gold that Focus Who can try to use to get ahead with this Baron buff.
Well, they have discovered the ZZ Rot and they are unmanning the push.
Indeed, and interesting to see that come into the game, because that 60 armor and 60 magic resist is definitely nothing to laugh at. But you know, with the passive, yeah, Sperm going Dadrock in trouble here. The knock up and dredge line away saves his life. And meanwhile, yes, X-U2 caught Rasen Kage and Bite Me on the case, but Rasen Kage takes a ton of damage, has to pull off, and X-U2 lives. Gets blue buff as well.
Dang, I got blue buff.
Somebody got the blue buff, yeah. Meanwhile, in a bad position is Baldwin.
Oh no!
Gets a great knockup though. Sperm gets the Gangplank Anonymous Ladder goes down. Meanwhile, they're pressuring mid too easy. We'll have to flash away. They don't have the minion wave in this bot lane though, so they can't take the tower. It's pushed way against them. They're gonna pop off for the dragon though. Would be third of the game. So, what's the difference? What do you think the difference is this game from last?
They're just playing their composition a lot better this game. The Kalista has not got off the ground. They're not as strong as they were the previous game. The Alistar got taken away. That was a big takeaway. If they had that, this game might have taken a very different turn.
Indeed. Meanwhile, here we go. Another team fight. Ulted away is Nickelrack to save his life, and they're going to push the mid inhibitor turret to that. Baldwin's stunned under it, and he's just going to have to stand there and take the turret laser. Meanwhile, Dadrock getting a bit of poke. Anonymous Lie with a great barrel. Bite Me's forced off.
Massive barrel.
The Gangplank's ultimate goes down. Bite Me has the pop hiss and flash. They're going to try and re-engage this. Meanwhile, here, Nickelrack takes a ton of damage after being knocked up. Sperm will get the kill. Is going to fly forward. Almost gets 2. Has the flash for it. Really wants it. Does get 2. It's done. Dredgeline goes in on him, but he's got just too much health. He can pick up a third if he wants. He will. It's a triple kill. It's a
quadra kill
for...
He got the pentakill.
Can he get
the he jumped through the gate.
That's the question. Can he get the penta? Oh, he's
is he dead? He's gonna die. Oh, he went down.
No.
Pentakill.
Wow. No penta, denied by mid too easy. Wow.
It looks like he wanted to give it to him, but then he connected him through the gates. He's like, you know what? I got this.
Sometimes when you want it just a little too much, and that's the case. Meanwhile, the Baron buff's expired. The power play on that just about worth maybe about a little over 1,000 gold. It really didn't give him too much of an advantage there, but nonetheless, an advantage in the turrets with the mid inhibitor down, and all their inners up. So Focus Who really doing a very good job this game.
Yeah, they definitely flipped a switch somewhere, and somebody spoke to them about something. I don't know what they said before this game started, but they definitely came into this game with a lot more energy. It seemed like, and just getting a lot better fight choice and just overall decision making.
Well, it would appear that the blue side, the pickup in that second round of picks was the vein of Nefarious' existence in this match, because 13, 3, and 4, yes, I know,
That was a terrible
but
pun.
nonetheless, yes, nonetheless, I'm quite aware. Nonetheless, 13, 3, and 4, the big difference. Remember, Lucian was 0, 4, and 4 last game for Sperm. Now 13, 3, and 4, and Balvin on the hunt for the ZZ Rot portal. It's like Hansel and Gretel. He's just following the tracks.
They are trying to collapse down towards the Callista, perhaps. Callista should be safe though. Callista's safe.
Yeah, I didn't know why they don't have the wave down there. They want that inner turret, but they don't have the wave down there to really make it. They got to bring that forward. Meanwhile, ZZ Rot on the side of Ballfin, he's just gonna let Dad Rock take. Dad Rock's not gonna care all day, every day. He wants this ZZ Rot portal. There's nothing he can do about it. It's gonna go down. So 21-13. Goal difference is only about 36. Looks like maybe 3,600, 3,500. They are going to go in. Mitsuishi's got to repel. Bite Me slowed under the tower. It will pop the ultimate, but not too much effectiveness. Sperm picks up one. The Wild Growth is on him. Nickelrack is in there. Big Malphite knockup. Balvin picks up Nickelrack. U2's in trouble. Meanwhile, Dad Rock with the last one with a lot of health. He's gonna have to flash away.
Oh, Vayne wants
well.
the kills.
Wants the kill. Sperm gets Dad Rock, and he gets a U2. It's a double kill for the Vayne again. 16 kills now. Meanwhile, Mitsuishi trying to clean up the base. The super minions have poured into it, trying to save the Nexus turrets, and should do so. But no, here comes the rest of the team right on the back end. Razen Kage and Sperm gonna pick up one. Sperm taking a lot of tower.
This should be
there.
game.
This should indeed, but they do have Anonymous Flyer
Oh, coming
up
out.
in 7. So big stun on Arousing Kage, not the right person. Sperm meanwhile is making quick work of mid too easy. He's gonna come down and try and get Pim's Flyer, who pops Wild Growth.
Oh, they're up.
That's the second Nexus turret. Now that's definitely without doubt the game. Nickelrack taking a ton of damage. Anonymous Flyer's there, but the Nexus is low, and it's 1-1.
We're going to game 3. Well, an 0-2 for familiar situation. Game 3, when the points are all that matter. Now that the lone point that is obtainable in this match is now up for grabs. Let's go to the stats. Compared to his previous performance, Sperm had a much larger impact in this game, carrying his team with a solid 40,000 damage, with lots of support coming in from both his mid laner and his support. Great engage coming all around for the top laner, and Poppy just peeling and, you know, CCing people to death the best he could. For the 7 Nefarious, they went with a very different composition this game. They weren't able to snowball the way they did before the first game. And just, well, it just fell apart from there. What do you think Nefarious can do to get back in this?
I don't know, but not listen to me. The commentators curse because I remember in Champion Select I said, you know what, Callista I think would be a good pick into this. Only 18,134 damage. In fact, the Vayne was only 34 damage off from being double anyone's damage on Nefarious Esports. So, really, the Vayne was just so huge. Honestly, I wouldn't give Flyer the last pick of the draw. I would try to get that Vayne if this is the kind of performance you're going to get out of Sperm. I mean, 22 of the 26 kills in the kill participation, and it's just incredible. It's just incredible that what we saw from Sperm. Just absolutely, without a doubt, the appeal for him and the ability to just continuously chase and continuously when the team fight started, even if they weren't the ones to engage. Focus, who was he was just able to just sit back and just keep chipping away, and as games got further and further and further, those chips became massive, massive punches. Um, so I think prioritizing the for sperm in the next game, unless it's banned away. If you're Nefarious, I think ban it away. I know you want it yourself, but get rid of it if this is the damage that it's going to do.
Definitely.
What about you? What have we've seen both so far? We've seen a little bit of what both teams can do. What do you think? What do you think will be the deciding factor for this game 3? What do Nefarious have to do to maybe take the point?
They need to make sure their ball lane doesn't fall behind again. That's plain and simple. And
That's the story
not
of game
have
1
the
too.
not have the mid laner still kill the jungler. That doesn't help either.
Indeed. Yeah, Prince maybe. I mean, obviously, all the acolytes, easily the man of the match was Sperm. I mean, I don't think that's. I don't even think that's debatable. But the sheer pressure that Prince was pushing Gangplank and back from the lane, early on at least, was something that really didn't help Nefarious Esports either. Although Gangplank did become quite a good power puncher in the later games. We saw a good barrel too for him really cause Focus Who to step back and say, okay, now I don't think this is something we can engage on. But nonetheless, I think bot lane seems to be the big focus here from game 1 to game 2. Just waiting for the start of game 3.
While we wait for them to get ready and set, we will head to the music. We will see you guys shortly. And here we are, the final boss, the final stage of this season's set. On the blue side this time, we have Nefarious Esports, and on the red side, Focus Who. So we have the Corky band coming through, along with Thresh and Nudier. Same bands since game 2 so far. Alistar also being taken again once again.
Now, if you're the blue side, ban the Vayne. You can first pick it if you want, actually. But do you really want to first pick Vayne? Ban the Vayne. No, they're going to get rid of the Malphite, who was quite troublesome in the last game, I will admit. But
they're trying to force Focus to ban it. No, they ban the Nidalee instead. Will this be the Vayne first pick?
No.
It will be the Gragas. That was not banned this time around.
Indeed, but Udyr was, so we don't get the glory of Flash Bear Slap.
Yeah. This should be the backup picks for Focus 2 of Poppy and Vayne. This is what they should pick up here. That should be what they pick up.
Poppy and who? Poppy Vayne?
Yeah.
I mean,
They could.
I mean,
They could take away Data Rockstar, but they should be taking it as the Vayne.
they are going to get the Vayne. Poppy Vayne is indeed what they go for. So Sperm is yet again going to be asked to come up with the performance that we saw last game to snatch this point away from Nefarious Esports. What will Nefarious counter with is the big thing. So why the Udyr ban? Let's talk about that if real quick.
It's
Why
one of
in all
Hage's
three
better
games?
picks. It's one of his best picks overall.
So it's just a
And he's
total
very
ban.
strong right now. He's just like he's permaban in solo queue right now.
So
The
they
Trundle.
do get the Trundle.
Will they go with the Draven pick? Sneaky's counter to Vayne himself at Worlds. Will he take it?
It's a new day. It's 17 past midnight here in the East Coast, at least. Is a new day. Is it the day of the Tash? No.
Oh, they're gonna take away the Vayne.
We were
Oh,
teased.
they're gonna take away the massive peel. They noticed that Vladimir had a huge performance last game on the Janna, keeping his team alive, resetting fights, etc. Looks like they might take away the Gangplank this time.
Indeed. Now, will that Gangplank go for Flyer, or will it go for Balvin in the top lane?
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, that's if they pick it up as well. That's not locked in yet, although I would imagine they are going to pick up Gangplank nonetheless.
I imagine it'd be a top lane pick, but I know Flyer has some games on it.
Yeah. Because if he wants the Lulu's open again, not that you would necessarily need it, but it's there if he wanted it. And they're going to go Nami support, one of my favorite supports.
That's not something I knew he played. I have been shunned of the information here.
Nami, to me, is such an underrated support, but nonetheless, we are going to see her in this game.
Oh,
And
you
now
see the
my-
severe.
my,
The Zed.
my subject-
Another
the Zed
thing
for,
that's been
for
banned.
Anonymous Liar. It was banned. You're right. It was
All
banned
series.
earlier in the series, but now it's out. Maybe to harass Flyer.
We'll see if Anonymous Liar can dominate this lane against Flyer. They do have the blind pick.
So it is Sivir in the bot lane with Ana. And Lulu. The mid
Lulu
lane
does-
for Flyers, so they are putting... Of course, you do have Balvin in the top lane who can do a ton of damage with the Gangplank, yes. But the eggs are in one basket, essentially, with Sperm. And,
Well, looking at the teams here, lots of peel for the Sivir, who just did get recent buffs, making her a bit better. One from a bottom of the tier list to mount mid tier. It's a little up above average. But we will just have to see how this goes. What's your impression, Spudsy? Which team do you like better? Who do you think is going to take this series?
well, my subjectivity, objectivity, however we want to say it, my neutrality is called into question here with the Nami pick, one of my favorite supports of all time. I like the fact that Anonymous Liar got the Zed, especially with the Trundle and Sivir. There's just so much ability to just pour damage on from blue side. So I like the composition a little bit better from them, if I'm honest. But I got too much love for this Nami. I want to see this Nami. Prince, we've got Draple in the chat saying he doesn't, that Prince says he doesn't like Nami, but he's gonna have to love it because it's got Nami's got a heal, it's got CC's, got poke, got an engage. What more do you want from a support champion, in all honesty? So we'll see the Nami vein, and I love Nami so much that I'm gonna be saying that I like purple team a lot better here, and certainly hoping that comes to fruition this game.
Well, we'll just have to see how this goes. We'll be back with game 2 or 3 after this music's found. Press off.
Welcome to Game 3, deciding game for the one on hand. On the blue side, Nefarious, Esports, Deadrock on the Trundle. In the top lane, in the jungle, it's going to be mid too easy. He's on Gragas for the first time in this series. Mid lane, that's in the jungle. Mid lane is going to be Anonymous Liar on Zed for the first time this series as well. XU2 on Sivir at 80 carry, and Nickel Rack to support him on Janna.
Oh, did they didn't enter the bush, or they should have. Let me see. I can't one-side it without doing extra stuff. Whatever. I believe they've seen the Vayne enter the bush. They may not have. But we'll just have to see. Oh, I should probably introduce Focus. On the red side, we have Focusu. In the top lane, we have Balvin on Gangplank. And in the jungle, we have Ross and Kage on Poppy. In the mid lane, we do have Prince Fly once again on Lulu. In the bot lane, once again, we have Sperm on his Vayne. We'll see if he can carry again. And on support, we have Bite Me on this random Nami pick.
Random? No, don't say that.
Don't get so offended.
I'm not. Just Nami is love. Nami is life. Meanwhile, shout out to that Hex Tech Janna skin, in all honesty. Very underused skin.
Yeah, I mean, since they reworked how it looks a lot better than it used to.
That's true. And Special Forces Gangplank skin as well, very good.
Always used.
Yeah, that one always used, although we could go on and on. Victoria's Sivir, certainly a great skin as well.
Could have been better.
Could be better as opposed to what?
As opposed to like our other skins and every other
Like
Victoria
what?
skin.
Like Warrior Victoria's, well...
No, like so Snowstorm.
Snowstorm Sivir, good Sivir. Nonetheless, getting a little bit sidetracked, but all is well. It's early days yet.
And we have standard lanes, so nothing too much. They all both started bot side again this time. So start on the top side. The top side is obviously cursed. Let's see. So early on, laning phase wise, Gangplank should have the edge into the top lane. Jungle pressure wise, Poppy can out pressure Gragas if pathed right, if they don't end up meeting in the jungle and having to fight. Poppy overall can fight Gragas very easily early on, since she can completely deny her E.
Matchup?
Mid lane
That's
matchup,
the big one.
I believe Flyer is in a sit back and he's going to farm. He's a Lulu with exhaust. Sure, he can put a bit of pressure forwards, but he's going to farm. Or he's going to try and get some poke, see? He doesn't respect
He's just an aggressive player in general. He always has been, but
Gank
I
it.
would imagine early levels, sure, Anonymous is okay to let him believe, but then once they're about 5 or 6, Anonymous is gonna take control of that lane.
Yeah, that's how it looks. He didn't go to cleanse either, to cleanse the exhaust off. But we'll just have to see. Dodge it literally should land a Q, right into the face of Lulu, being back to the same amount of HP each. So Lulu has an additional pot over her, which is also an enhanced pot. A bit of fighting going on here between Dadarok and Balvin. Should shoot the barrel? Oh no, he gets the barrel.
Yeah, well, there's the pillar. So Balvin, I would have thought he would have. I thought it would have thought, oh, there's a chance something might go off on there, but they do eventually back
2v2 in
away.
the top lane.
Yeah, here comes the gank, but Poppy rolls back around to her own side.
They said we don't want this 2v2, it's too early.
There was
Oh, maybe they do.
I don't think there was enough to make that fight even. Razenkage a little slow. Trundle on the opposite side. They were going to try to collapse into that tri-bush. Razenkage could be in trouble there. Meanwhile, Balvin there, double barrel, does get it down, but maybe not as much damage. So the pin against the wall, and it is going to be the first kill. Razenkage is just going to live. It's a double kill for him. Meanwhile, Prince Fire flashes in and gets the Z. Oh, he's going to sit back. It's 3 kills in the opening 5 minutes of the game.
Wow. That's all I gotta say.
I know, surprises all around this game. Nami pick and Prince Fire flashing into a Zed as Lulu to pick up a kill.
With exhaust. Including Ignite Zed. Wow. We got a game on our hands, maybe.
Stranger stuff has happened, but not by much, certainly. So chat saying MJ3000 in chat saying Zed never gets control of this mid lane, needs to roam past 6 to have any relevance. Well, I would imagine he could pressure Prince a bit more as we see the heal pop out from XU2 on Nickel Rack, Resin Kage retreating. XU2 could be out of position here, but Gragas is there. We'll see if the body slam comes in. The slow misses, so does the Nami bubble. Smite goes down on Nickel Rack, and they're back to pushing the issue again. Anonymous Slayer pinned against the wall. Very good turn from Resin Kage to disengage that. That could have been dangerous. But all is well. Zed gonna have to back off. EB recall here. Anonymous is down below 300 health. Meanwhile, it's let Lulu just push this lane. In all honesty, just pushing the lane.
Oh, Zed's going down.
Resin Kage's caught Anonymous in the jungle. 2 kills, or 2 deaths, I should say, for Anonymous Liar. And now it's the Poppy picking up another one. It is 3.
This is it's a rough game for Nefarious Esports.
Nice, yeah. So 3 kills for the Poppy, incredibly. All this talk about sperm in the pregame, and all this talk, oh, Flyer into Zed and Nami, and are we gonna get the Resin Kage carry?
It seems so.
Maybe. Anonymous just gonna stand in the lane there.
He's what, played Poppy twice and then Lee Sin? Is that how this is gone? I forget.
Yeah, and the Lee Sin game was the weaker of the one they did lose as well. So.
Yeah. Blew up being over to Prince Flyer.
Indeed. So Prince will be able to surprisingly bully Zed even more if he wants to. 20 CS up with the kill as well, and now the blue buff. Oh, what Yordles can do. Yordles do the darnest things, don't they? Nonetheless, he certainly has the upper hand in the mid lane.
Oh, with a little poke coming in from the gangplank under the terminal, he'll just kind of sustain back up with his passive. Tribute to the Troll King. Just currently healing him for, it just tells me a percentage of his health. So right now it's probably 2% per minion. Which is around 24 health, normally.
And there's maybe the reason why Prince is pushing this Zed out the lane is the range that Poppy or Lulu seems to be having on the Zed. A little poke down there from Bite Me. The Nami doing pretty well so far. Did burn the spell shield from its U2, so we'll see if anything comes of that in the next 20 or odd seconds. But Farmfest City, except for the mid lane where Lulu continues to hard push this lane. This turret almost down to half now between for Zed, so the ping coming out from Gragas.
Oh, he's going all in.
Volva trying to disengage. Body slam just coming. He flashes away from it. Gangplank ult is down.
Should still go down.
Poppy is coming up. It is going to be the kill going down to Dadrock.
Poppy can
Mitsubi's
clean this up.
pretty low though. Yeah, I think Poppy can get this if she goes to the right area.
Get the ward.
Oh, gets against the wall. It's the kill. Resin Kage's got one. Picks the ultimate up to knock up Dadrock and just get away. So that he does trade it back. Very good move from the Poppy. 4-0 now.
Devastating. Every little lead that they're attempting to clench onto, it's just being stripped right back away. Teleport coming through. Hope I could start fighting him again. He's gonna have forcing his flash here. No, he's going to die. Just the greed. Dadrock, what was that?
And I honestly do that. Tilt, maybe, but aside
Maybe.
from that, I have no idea what that was.
He had
But
flash and everything.
yeah, Prince might want to go in on this. Anonymous does have ultimate, though. Meanwhile, more poke going down. Oop, the ultimate's going to come out from Anonymous, but Prince just pushes him away, uses the exhaust, but Body Slam going to come in. Does that Prince that flash? No, that's mid too easy that flashed. Mid too easy. Oh, the ultimate's used. Prince could have to flash to get out of this engagement if he wants,
safe.
but he doesn't. He's just safe. I would have thought maybe Anonymous would have been on the back end to try and dive that. He probably would have fell in all honesty if he did, so... But maybe throw out a few shadows or something. But Raisin Kage, I don't know why mid's hanging around. He's way too low for that. But here comes the engage, the knockup from Nickel Rack. Sutu's in trouble. Exhaust goes down. He's knocked back, but he flashes, Korean flashes into the bush, and he's going to be just fine. So 2 ultimates burned for nothing, and he's going to dive and pick up Anonymous Liar.
Devastating game for Anonymous Liar. Definitely just full on tilt this game.
There can be no other explanation, in all honesty. These are not very good decisions. Resident Kage's come all the way around from the other end to try and harass. Meanwhile, Dadrock putting poke down on the top tower. Just a little bit of damage, nothing too serious. Fight me doing some more poke. Just 5-0 for Resin Kage. Maybe it's not even going to be the Vayne we have to worry about this game. Certainly it hasn't been so far. Not that Sperm's not doing a good job down there with the 7 CS lead that he has, but nonetheless, the action elsewhere along the map. Both ultimates down, I believe. So, Balvin going
Dadrock should get this.
Really low. Dadrock, and it's just
the solo kill.
The kill. The ultimate just expired in time. Now here's Rasen Kage in the bottom.
That was
easy
interesting.
Body slamming. Yeah.
He's kind
Fight me there.
of stared him down from outside the bush, waited to see what it's gonna do.
Pretty much, just body slammed him. I just don't even know. Look at Prince, completely free to let Anonymous just lose minions to that turret. Just nothing he could do. It's an easy turret push for Prince, and he could even force this issue if he wants. He hits the Q, and he's going in. Mid too easy coming in to try and get it. The ultimate comes down, but he pushes him behind Mid too easy, and now he's just gonna poke him down. He's still free to get the minions. Meanwhile, top lane tower falls to Dadrock. So it's going to level the towers, but the gold's still 4K in Focus Who's favor.
Just Focus staying overall ahead in this game across the board. Poppy was just a massive lead over top of just everybody.
Yeah, very much so. It is going to take the stolen blue buff, but I thought Prince would have gotten that, or red buff, a big part. Prince was down there, just cleared the ward, but they give it to Poppy at 5-0. And even the weird thing is, the Poppy only 40 CS, 16 CS behind, but really with those 5 kills, what does that matter at all?
He's going to go on his Janna. Maybe. No, they're going to go prefer a dive? No, they're recalling. I guess he's not going to do much. They do spot him out, though.
Indeed, so the Vayne's completed Blade of the Ruin King at 14-15 mark. Morello Namicon on the Lulu. Oh, blind barrel hit there on the Dadrock. Meanwhile, Resin Kage on Anonymous Liar again. He's just completely in trouble. He is burning a little bit
flash.
there. He does flash over into the red buff pit. Beg your pardon. Took an effort to get out. Hope the pillar goes
He's gonna
up.
try and get a fight again on him again. This could be the holy fire. No, yank my gold pop so far.
Indeed, Dadrock could continue the chase. Takes 2 turret shots.
Gragas is here.
Comes...
Oh, he sees it now.
Yeah, with that ward, he was just going to clear that ward back off, so it's just Dad Rock's ultimate that's burned. Meanwhile, Prince Flyer is in the jungle. He polymorphs mid to easy, does a ton of damage. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Sperm's in trouble. Ryzen Kage comes in to help him, and Sperm's going to start pouring in the damage again. Here it is. Change his focus onto U2. Focus who? Focus U2. And it's a 1 kill for Sperm. Nickelrack's the only one left. Double for Sperm very easily. So everybody getting on the board. Bar Nami.
Except for Nami.
Could get, yeah, but nonetheless.
He's like, you know what? I want a piece of Z too.
Indeed. Well, I mean, anything Prince can do, he can do better, I guess. But meanwhile, they're going to try and go in on Fight Me. It is an easy kill. The exhaust goes down. The ultimate comes out from Fight Me and from Prince, the polymorph. Dadrock continues.
Coming.
Wild growth on Nami. Good bubble. Meanwhile, Ryzen Kage harassing Anonymous. Dadrock's there. Balvin in a little bit of trouble. But now it's turned on Dadrock 3 for 1. Ryzen Kage's picked up the Zed on the back end, and Balvin will get the kill onto Dadrock.
This is just a stomp so far, for the words.
Yeah, it's first dragon of the game is going to go around 16:23 to I was about 2 seconds off, rip. But 16:21, first dragon of the game, it's going to go on to focus who. They're going to push the tower as well with the minion wave there, but Balvin's going to back off. That's the thing though, 11 kills, and they're actually a turret behind. Not that it's going to make too much of a difference, they are 5k in the lead, but nonetheless, they need to start turning these kills into objectives, I think.
I agree. That would definitely help them extend their lead, but with the Gangplank Poppy, or not the Gangplank Poppy, excuse me, the Sivir Zed wave clear, they have relatively strong wave clear.
Yes.
At least with the Sivir Zed's
so.
okay. But we'll just have to see how they convert this. Looks like they were waiting on Vayne to finish her core items. Looks like she's trying to get her Phantom Dancer next. Or I believe it's a Phantom Dancer, that could be a Shiv, for all I know. But I believe it's a Phantom Dancer.
Yeah.
Either
one in this situation, but
456.
yeah, I mean, and in all honesty, I say we need to focus who needs to start turning kills into objectives, but with 3 turrets down now, the map will open up eventually to them, and it's going to start to. Meanwhile, the chase is on for Balvin. Dadrock pops the pillar. The Gangplank ult goes down. Ryzen Kage's there in the chase, very quick. Pops the UR, mid too easy, trying to clear the ward. Fight Me just misses it. Sivir ultimate comes in, it's 3v2, but the condemn against the wall. Nickelrack has to save himself using the ultimate. There's U2 mid too easy. This could be Sperm's life. He's kind of chasing the wrong way.
Go down.
And it is going to be Sperm's life. Big ultimate from mid too easy, very well done. Fight Me goes down as well. They just get caught. Meanwhile, who's going to pick up the Rift Herald buff? I believe that went to Poppy, as it should, at 6:02. So 2 kills to kind of maybe get them back into this.
Gangplank could get this. Gangplank does have flash. Not gonna disengage. They just go for the turret, since they have the Herald buff as it is.
Indeed, and the turret's already halfway gone, so they're just going to force the issue in all honesty, especially with Poppy right around the corner. They can tank it, they can wait all they want. It is the inner turret that goes down, so it's even up in turrets now, 2-2. The top and the bottom outers are down for Focus Who, but both the inner and outer turrets for Nefarious are down.
It's not dented.
We have Vayne sitting on this whole 1200. With how her gold is going, I'm assuming it's a Phantom Dancer still. I don't think anything else builds 3 daggers. They're grouping towards mid turret. Looks like they will be out rotated. They are collapsing. Start going for the bottom turret.
I don't get the decision here too, because they sat in that tri-bush. What are you waiting for? There's no objectives
Waiting
on that
for
side of the map.
And then ball in to come back down, I guess, to try and get a double kill and push for 2 turrets. But they're
Maybe,
rotated.
but they're going to lose 2 turrets for it. You don't have the minion wave there to try
Oh,
and
there's a fight.
that bottom turret. Big fight. It's Zed ultimate goes
Huge
down. Huge
pop.
Gangplank ultimate's down as well. Ryzen Kage is getting a little low, but then again, so is Mid too easy. Anonymous Slayer very low. He gets picked off by Balvin. The chase is on Nickelback low. U2 gets taken down by Sperm. Gangplank barrels on the top side of the river there. But meanwhile, Mid too easy's in it. It's Dadrock versus Balvin again. 1-for-1 for the showdown. It's like Rocky 5, the 5th edition of this fight. Meanwhile, Nickelrack is very low. Tumble. Oh, what a shield Sperm.
Nice tumble.
Oh,
that came down.
Yeah, it's a shame because I would have thrown the tornado back if you had it. Maybe get the knockup while Sperm's under tower. Meanwhile, Prince goes in. He's taking tower aggro and minion aggro, but Rasenkage's there to save the day. It's a big kill. They can force that top turret as well. But yeah, I don't agree with the decision originally. They lose mid lane turret for nothing. They sat down on that tri-bush in the bottom lane, and they didn't have the wave to push the bot lane turret, and the dragon wasn't up, so I don't know why they remained down there. No pause for the disc, it would appear.
Oh, he quit the game at 21 minutes. Wow, that's a surrender vote coming through. With 3 votes against, looks like Anonymous
Indeed.
left.
Indeed, so the surrender goes through. 1 point over to Focus, who they pick up the series 2-1 after dropping the opening game. They move to 11 points. Overall record at 5-2. This will drop Nefarious to 4-3 on 8 still.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a disappointment for a third game, but overall it was a good series for the first 2 games.
Yeah, very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But yeah, very much so. So that's it. It's gonna be it's gonna be Focus who that take the series 2-1. So Tower, I gotta ask you, we look at the series, we look at the 3 games we saw, who is your man of the series?
My man of the series will probably have to be Rasenkage. His leasing game was a little shaky, but even then he made a lot of good plays throughout the series. He managed to get a lot of good insects onto the mid laner throughout the series. You know what, I'm gonna message him. You want to do a quick little interview with him about the game?
Sure. Also bring up Prince if you can.
We'll see. All right, we'll bring up those 2.
User was moved to your channel. User was
Hello,
moved
Flyer.
to
Hey,
your
Rawson.
channel.
How are you guys doing today?
Why are we here?
Man's of the
happening?
game kind of thing. It's a new segment. New segment.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you want an interview?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just quickly out. You're
Yeah,
alright
my
with that?
girlfriend's gonna be mad at you. Yeah,
She
sure, why
can get over
Sure.
it. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? Good, big series win today.
Yeah,
not? That's pretty good.
we're a new team, like, player-wise. A lot of us... yesterday, that was like our first game, but now that we've been playing a few games together, I think it's gotten a lot cleaner, especially in that last game.
Definitely, you had a very, very large performance in that game, Rasenkage. It's picking up a 7-0-6, was it, performance?
4.
4, close
assists.
enough. Close enough. Close enough.
I don't think I fed enough. Not gonna
No?
lie.
No? Not the flash 4 level
No,
3 solo
you
kill?
Nah.
Yeah.
Really
Honestly,
bad soul
like,
content.
when you get a kill early on their jungler, like, we won... After we won that 2v2 top lane in the third game, it was basically, I'd say it's, like, almost over from there. So, because then it allows me to have, like, much more presence. I was roaming in their jungle a lot. And I think our clock was better, too, because we have Vayne. So...
You mean your comp?
Yeah, like, that's what I meant. Like, the clock is ticking for them.
Yes, okay, got it.
That's what we all heard, yeah.
Well,
Oops.
how did it feel? I gotta ask Prince. Rasenkage, Twin, you said Rasenkage's got to be the man of the series for you. For me, I think it's there's so many. There's three people I could go to for me. It's Razenkage, Prince, or Sperm, who had an incredible game too.
I
I want to give it to Prince only because he taken two mid laners. Well, I mean, you took Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate wasn't too bad in the first game. In all honesty, it was more the 80 carry of Sperm being behind on the Lucian. I think that dropped game one. But then you took a Lulu with exhaust, flashed into a Zed to pick up the kill while under tower.
Honestly,
So-
I'd
I
agree
feel
with
like a little
that.
bit of tilt was involved for their team, to be honest.
A little bit.
After
Game
game
three.
one, we kind of after game one, the pick and ban was very obvious where their strong points were, and we kind of tore it apart after that. And I feel like after game three, it was just they didn't have a really good comp to beat us unless they early snowballed, and without that early snowball happening, I think the tilt affected them quite hard.
Would you? Let me ask you one question. Would you have if the Corki wasn't banned away? Would you have picked it up in game two?
I think still probably not. You want to hyper carry for the Vayne. So Lulu's pretty dang strong. Plus they showed Zed early, which picking Lulu into Zed is just pretty free lane.
Well, there you have it. That is Prince Flyer and Razenkage. Thank you for the interview, guys. I will talk to you
Also, I
shortly.
gotta shout out to my girlfriend.
Yeah,
She's
you've been
cute.
moved.
User was moved out of your channel.
Thank you. I'll talk to you guys
Yeah.
shortly.
User was moved out of your channel.
God damn it, Flyer. Anyways, that'll be wrapping up our series between Focus Who and Nefarious Esports with a 2-1 win over Nefarious. Wow. Damn. Well, on behalf of myself, Spudsy, and the rest of the production crew, I bid you a farewell and a good night.